Hi, we're here at Rockingham Motor Speedway, which can hold up to a massive 52,000 people. This is the Thundersport GB Championship, Round 6, 2016.
Hello then, and welcome to Rockingham ahead of round 6 of the 2016 Championship. A slightly brighter day than what we've seen in previous rounds there, as Sarah and Kirsty huddled underneath the umbrella. A championship that has always thrilled us throughout the last few years, although there's bad news before we even get going. Sam Cox, who was leading the championship, okay, by a mere 4 points, coming into this weekend, has unfortunately got himself injured yesterday. Looks like he might be out for a few weeks, so we send our best regards to him. Poor Sam can't get a break apart from bones, which again, excuse the pun, Sam. But Rockingham not been kind to Sam over the years. Here we go then. Will Hodgson it is that gets the whole shot, number 14. As I mentioned before, coming into this weekend, there were 3 riders split by 9 points. Cox, Corduroy and Hodgson. So now, number 14, Will Hodgson, who leads, who on board with Matty Rangeley at the moment, who's just in second place, number 93. Zach Corduroy is the other one to look out for, number 22. And let's just see where he is. He's just gone through in 3rd place. So Corduroy, another rider to look out for. Tristan Finocchiaro there, number 58, who's really impressed us over the last few rounds, and this season on the whole has improved dramatically. The KJD Racing Aprilia then of Matty Rangeley drops now down to 3rd place as Zach Corduroy gets himself into 2nd. So the 2 championship protagonists now are in 1st and 2nd. Could this be the year that Will Hodgson finally gets his hands on that Aprilia 450 trophy, a championship he's fought for since the very first day? There, number 9. Okay, just going through is Alex Taylor. Casey Wyatt, another one to look out for as well. Number 6 from Beckenham on the Team Edge RST Racing Aprilia. But we're on board again here with Matt Rangeley. He's in 3rd place, just up behind Zach Corduroy as they flick left onto the main oval here at Rockingham. Left-handed circuit here, the only anti-clockwise circuit on the calendar. Will Hodgson, who comes into today already with a brace of wins under his belt after a brilliant day at the office yesterday. So he's already taken the championship lead, but there's not a lot in it between him and Zach Corduroy. Both Hodgson and Sam Cox have had their fair share of bad luck over the years. In fact, Zach Corduroy, you could argue, likewise, he missed an entire round due to injury at the start of the season. So they all seem to be taking it in turns at the moment and beating each other up. Who wants this championship? Well, we'll soon find out. 3 rounds left after this one. As we see here, Alex Taylor, number 9, just coming under threat now from Tristan Finocchiaro. Sits here with me. Up in the commentary box as we see Will Hodgson leading. Zach Corduroy closes in. Both of these riders class act, Syd, but before we go any further, of course, we'll send our best regards over to young Sam Cox, who I recall actually the first time we ever came to Rockingham with Thundersport, he was on a Thundersport 500 and he managed to double high side that bike and break himself up then as well.
He did. Poor old Sam. Lovely lad, lovely family. And I really thought he was going to have it this year. He's full of big smiles. There goes Zach. Has just got in front of Will again. But Will has just got some fantastic starts, hasn't he, this weekend. Yesterday, just rocket ship starts. But yeah, poor old Sam. But he'll be back, you know, and I think he's found his niche. He loves racing these, and he felt on good form, really. He was just unlucky.
Well, here comes Will Hodgson, who was overtaken by Corduroy down into Brook Chicane, but Will Hodgson immediately bounces back and moves back into 1st place. Of course, this is good news for Matt Rangeley in 3rd place, because whilst these 2 chop each other up, he might have an opportunity to close in and fight for the win himself. I think that we know Zach Corduroy's got that potential and that talent. He's a former Aprilia Super Team champion. The younger of the 2 riders out front here. Will Hodgson just hasn't ever been able to put an entire season together. Saw a waved yellow flag there just in the corner of my eye, so it might be a rider that's gone down elsewhere. Of course, featured inside this race is the Aprilia Super Teams as well. You'll be able to watch those races here on the thundersportgb.com website. But Will Hodgson has never really been able just to put all of the jigsaw pieces together in order to mount that ultimate championship challenge. And Zach Corduroy's gone straight on, and that's the first mistake that we've seen from Zach for a while. And as the pair went into, oh, and there's another one down as well. That's number 26, Alex Wood, who's gone down. Oh dear, well there's 2 down in a matter of moments there. Zach Corduroy should be able to rejoin, and does. There he is. He's just going for a bit of grass cutting, but he is now out of the running for the wins. Will Hodgson, look at the size of the lead he's got here. Just the proof in the pudding for Will Hodgson is the fact that he's never been able to win 4 races, clean sweep over any weekend at Thundersport GB before, and well, at the moment he's been given a brilliant opportunity to do so, and with Corduroy dropping back through the field, there's an opportunity to extend his little championship lead there as well. There's also now an opportunity for a few new faces to get onto the podium, as we see further back there, Tristan Finocchiaro and Alex Taylor swapping paintwork. Luckily, the bikes are the same colour, so it won't matter too much, but they really did get their gloves off there, and Tristan Finocchiaro moves up ahead now of number 9, Alex Taylor.
Well, I don't know if you're aware, Steve, but Tristan has got a new mentor in James Folkard, and I have to say that fair play to Tristan. He's come on quite a pace since James has spent a bit of time with him.
Yeah, well, James Folkard, of course, a former Aprilia Super Teen and Aprilia 450 champion, so who better to give him some words of wisdom. He's definitely been improving as the season's gone on. Quick mention for the man who's just up there in second place at the moment, Connor Wheeler, I think that was, who's up into second or third place. Connor, another rider who's been gradually improving. Of course, he sports the JDF colours that we've seen at the sharp end of so many races over the years. John Davies does pick them, doesn't he? And he nurtures this talent as it comes through. Now he is in second place, Connor Wheeler. They're just putting a lap on one of the Super Team riders further back. This is the battle then for third. So Tristan Finocchiaro and Connor Wheeler, who I don't believe have been on the podium, certainly on TV day before, could have an opportunity here. Brilliant stuff. Casey Wyatt not far away either from this group. He might be on for a top 5. Connor Sellers is out there on the 450, as is CTJ, Cameron Tenzing Jenkins. But it's Aprilia 450s then. It looks like it's going to be a win for Will Hodgson here.
He's still on the Mrs. bike as well, isn't he? He's still on Grace's bike. He's got a few bits and pieces done to it now, so it's looking a bit better. But yeah, it's going to be great for Will to get a third win here.
Yeah, well, 3 wins out of 3 is the perfect way to go over a weekend, and like we said before, it's just not always been there for Will. That's the sort of Will I've been used to seeing over the last 7-8 years in Thundersport GB. 7-8 years, what am I on about? This is the 9th season for Thundersport GB, and Will's been here every single year since we began.
Yeah, but I mean, like, although we take the mickey a little bit about him being a veteran and all that, I mean, he's not exactly an old geezer, is he? He's like, he's a youngster. Was he 26?
Well, it's geriatric, really, isn't he? When you look at the rest of the riders in the championship. No, not at all. He's not. I don't believe he's 26. Is he really? He seems like he's been around forever, Will. But he's certainly not old. No. But this would be a brilliant effort from him. Every year, this championship throws up some new blood, some new talent that comes through, and Will always just seems to find himself missing out, finishing second overall or third overall. This now is his chance. After here we go to Anglesey, then we go to Donington, and then we end up at Cadwell. Can Will Hodgson get himself into a position to win a championship for the first time? Of course, he was one of the first riders to ever come into Thundersport GB with a 450, if you recall, that Honda 450 when there was the old Moto 450 class. Singles. That was in the very first year. So well, another waved yellow there, but Will Hodgson well on course to getting himself up there and getting this win. There is Tristan Finocchiaro. He's broken away from number 9, Alex Taylor. In fact, Alex Taylor has gone missing altogether, so I wonder if the yellow flag we saw earlier was him. There's Casey Wyatt, who's been coming on strong at the end of this race. Nice to see Casey out there. Funnily enough, Casey Wyatt, another rider who at the very first year of Thundersport was out there playing in the Aprilia Super Team Championship. Last that flag out then. Will, well, you could cruise home here, mate. Although, in the past, he has had a little bit of a reputation for throwing things away. Maybe not so here. As he cruises up now towards Dean, he's just got one of the Super Team riders to deal with. He'll cautiously approach that. Of course, he's plenty of time on his side. He's got a lead of just under 20 seconds when he crossed the line there. The battle for second place, though, is on. In fact, it's a lot closer than I thought it was. Finocchiaro and Connor Wheeler not far away from each other at all, and they're on for some well-deserved podiums after brilliant seasons. But let's just for now concentrate on Will. This could be the season, couldn't it? 3 out of 3 coming up here for Will Hodgson, and then he'll have that opportunity to do something he's never done before. There you see Finocchiaro, he's up ahead of Connor Wheeler now. Either way, these are brilliant results for both of those riders. There's Casey Wyatt in 4th place. Finocchiaro and Connor Wheeler on the podium, brilliant stuff. Further back there is number 76. That's Luke Verwey. It's just being lapped, one of the young Super Team riders. And there you see the rest of the 450s coming through as well. Zach Corduroy in 5th place, so he rejoined, and he's not going to lose out too many points, despite going straight on earlier on. But this is the man of the moment. Will Hodgson then just flicks left onto the start-finish straight, and this is really quite a handsome victory. Will Hodgson takes 3 wins out of 3 here at Rockingham with ease, thanks to his mate Zach Corduroy going straight on earlier. He just handed that one to him on a plate, and Will thankfully takes it with both hands. Second place went to Tristan Finocchiaro, his best ever result in the 450s. Connor Wheeler likewise in 3rd place. Casey Wyatt a solid 4th for him ahead of Zach Corduroy. Then it's Connor Sellers in 6th place. There's your top 3, all looking happy.
Connor, wow, how great to see you on the podium. Fantastic race.
Yeah, it was a really good race. Like, it was better. Well, I got quite a good start. Got into 4th, and then I ended up like having a big moment, and then Tristan got past me. But shame on Zach and that lot for not getting on the podium. But yeah, it's a good race.
Excellent stuff. Have you got any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mum, dad, Schmidt Kitchens, Crunch Designs, John Davis and all of JDF Racing, Aprilia, Thundersport and Dunlop.
Excellent, very well done, mate.
Thank you.
Tristan Finocchiaro, wow, what a step up, I can't believe it.
Cheers, yeah, well, we've been trying all year, really, straight from Bransfield, like, target's a podium. We've been trying all year. If something goes wrong or I'm not up to it, something, just happy to finally get it, to be honest. I couldn't believe it, to be fair, it just sort of came to me. Every time I'm in the position and then something goes wrong, like at Alton, took Will and Matty out, all completely my fault, but I'm so happy to finally get it. It's unbelievable, I can't believe it.
Well, I know you've been getting a bit of mentoring from James Fulcard, which I'm sure you're going to want to thank. And who else would you like to thank?
Absolutely, a big thanks to James and Ian in competition. They've helped me out so much. They've got me up here. James's advice is absolute gold, honestly. But yeah, Transmet Group, Interlink Direct, Absolute Coatings, the Cake Man, VF Foods, RMT Motorcycle Training, and yeah, just everyone, all of Club 58, and of course Mum and Dad. Thank you.
Well done, Tristan.
Cheers, thank you.
Wow, Will, talk about a copybook race, you were gone.
Zach passed me into the last chicane, so then I thought I would race on, like, you know, because yesterday they didn't let me give me any room, so I thought, right, we've got a race, and then I passed him back and I didn't see him after that, and then the pit board read 8 seconds and then it kept going, so then I thought, best back off here, I got a bit of room to chill out. But yeah, mega result for Tristan and Connor. I mean, their first podium and they've been working so hard for it, so I'm real chuffed for them. Absolutely gutted for Sam Cox yesterday. I mean, he's really gunning for it, and Just unfortunate to come off, and he broke his collarbone, so I hope he gets well and he's back out with us. And again, I'm sorry for Zach running on. I know how much he wants the championship, so and Matty's going for it as well. So yeah, I'm happy, but I'm sorry at the same time.
Well, that certainly puts you way back in the ballpark, particularly with your results yesterday. And you must have some people to thank.
Yeah, as always, Ron Hodgson Specialist Cars, Joe, Ian, Myra, Gibbo, Jimmy, Dave Lewis. Trevor Scott put my clutch in just before the race with seconds to go. I'd have been still sat in the garage, so I probably owe that win to you, Trevor. Nitro Helmets, John Lloyd, Corrod, Pipeworks and Jeff and all the boys there. And hello Taylor, hope you're getting better. Yeah, all the marshals, the medics, all the Thundersport crew, Dunlop tyres, Hall Beach motorcycle tyres, Mark over there, everyone really, so thank you very much.
Stay tuned to see whether Will Hodgson can make it 4 out of 4. Race 2 coming up next. Dark clouds overhead ahead of race 2 here for Rockingham, but the girls are dry. They're underneath the umbrella there, Sarah and Kirsty. It's the Aprilia 450 race 2 now. Zach Corduroy went straight on earlier. He'll want to bounce back here with a victory to prevent this man from making it 4 wins out of 4 and getting his first ever clean sweep in the Aprilia 450 Championship. A few other riders to look out for. Matt Rangeley, the KJD rider, number 93, pulled off in race 1, must have had some sort of mechanical failure. Sam Cox, who led the championship coming into Rockingham, unfortunately injured. We send him our best regards. Of course, Will Keynes, he got himself injured earlier on in the season. Doesn't look like we'll see him again, although he is here watching his good mate Zach Corduroy, so we send him our best regards as well. It doesn't look like Keelan Owen's out there either. His younger brother is, Reese. He's out in the super team. We'll see them a little later on if you want to tune into the super teams on the Thundersport GP website, then feel free to do so. But at the front end then for the championship, it's between these two guys that are leading at the moment. 14 Hodgson, 22 Corduroy. At the moment, this is the rest of the pack coming through. Brilliant podiums in race 1 for Tristan Finocchiaro, number 58, and Connor Wheeler, number 96. I wonder whether that could just be the launch pad for that pair as we head into Anglesey next up afterwards. Zach Corduroy already trying to challenge Will Hodgson. This is where it went wrong for him in race 1, just as he comes up towards the Tarzan hairpin in a moment. In third place there is number 93. That's Matt Rangeley, who pulled out of race 1. Here comes Corduroy again. At the moment stays put in second place. Will Hodgson remains unchallenged in the early stages of this second race. On board now then with Matt Rangeley. Third place for him. He's got front row seats of this championship battle unfolding up ahead of him as we go round Brook. And look at Corduroy's lines there. He's going to try and cut back now and get the drive onto the start-finish straight. Nicely done there by Corduroy, and he's already side by side, is he, with Hodgson. He pulls out of the slipstream now and will have a look at taking the lead, but Hodgson's got brilliant corner speed through turn 1. As they make their way up to Dean then, Zach Corduroy's going to have to figure it out somewhere else. Matt Rangeley, in the meantime, has just closed that gap down, and so we do have a 6-wheel battle at the front of this one here in race 2. Corduroy again trying to fight back. Matt Rangeley at times over the last few seasons really has shown us glimpses of what he can do. He can do it on a consistent basis week in, week out. He will be a championship contender in the very, very near future. But as it is for now, He's just watching these two nibble away at each other, and that looked like Corduroy might have just got the inside, and has done. Brilliantly done there from Corduroy into Piff Paff. That's a difficult place to get it done, but Corduroy with a lot of confidence. Now then, Will Hodgson not wasting any time in trying to bounce back immediately. They exit Graceland corner and make their way into Tarzan now. Hodgson not close enough this time to mount a challenge. Will either of them know that they have company, or will they just have eyes for each other? Matt Rangeley inching ever closer there in third place. Further back, you have the likes of Finocchiaro and Wheeler and Tenzing Jenkins there. They're all trying to pick up the pieces. Should this go wrong at the front as we tick off another lap, then it is Zach Corduroy that has the advantage from Will Hodgson. Matt Rangeley in third place. And they tip into turn one then. Will Hodgson now trying to close in on Zach Corduroy, maybe looking for a move into the Dean hairpin. There we see Hodgson on the outside. We're on board here with Rangeley. Good view this, and there you see Will Hodgson around the outside and takes the lead. Back again ahead of Zach Corduroy. Rangeley then here in third place. Zach Corduroy doesn't look like he wants to give that one up too quickly. Syd's here with me in the commentary box. Syd, as ever, great racing in the 450s and a brilliant chance here for Will Hodgson to do what he's never done before, and that's win 4 out of 4 Aprilia 450 races.
You wouldn't be expecting that, and he didn't like to say when I saw him on the podium for his last win just a little while ago. Didn't like to say whether he was on for this win, but what a great launch he was getting from the start. And but I mean, look at these boys. I mean, him and Zach do love punishing each other. And Zach, as you've said before, on his day, is one fast cookie, isn't he?
He certainly is, yeah. He's proven it, hasn't he, over the years, just how quick he can be. These guys, though, have plenty of respect on circuit. They know each other well, they know each other's tricks, and here comes Zach again. Watch this wide line he takes to try and get the drive onto the start finish straight. He goes into the slipstream. Matt Rangeley this last lap just struggling to hang on to their coattails as they cross the line side by side. Will Hodgson with the inside line though into turn one. He holds on to it for now. Will Zach Corduroy have the drive to bounce back? Will Hodgson does seem to have a very good line sorted through turn one, but Corduroy might fancy look up the inside anyway. No, Hodgson closes the door. Try not to run wide. It's a double apex left-hander, that one, and whatever you say about Matt Rangeley there, as Zach Corduroy looks over his shoulder, he is still in the picture here. Front end wobble there from Corduroy as he just tipped into Yentwood, but he's very much in the frame here. Made a brilliant move into Piff Paff earlier on. Can he do the same again? No, he's not close enough there, but this is where Corduroy just seems to have a bit of an edge over Hodgson through these series of left-handers that lead us down towards Tarzan. Here we go then, keep your eyes on number 22. He's into the slipstream now. Will he pull up the inside? He's definitely going to have a look. No, Hodgson takes that tight line. Corduroy is going to have to wait another lap here, possibly. Now then, will Corduroy have a look up the inside into the Brook chicane, or will he take that wide approach that we've seen him take a few times? No, he's going up the inside. And in the background there, Matt Rangeley just looks like he's run out a bit of room. He stays on circuit, but he went very, very wide into the Brook chicane. Of course, Sid, he's just trying everything he can to hold on to these two out front, which is not going to be easy.
No, they're fast boys, and Matty's come on tremendously, I think, the last, this season really. He's really shown his true colours. We've said it before, you cannot be a fast racer overnight. I mean, just experience counts. And but this is a strange circuit in many ways, not only being predominantly a left-handed circuit, but it's quite wide, and you can take several lines. And I mean, the fastest line is probably okay if you say qualify, but if you take that line, someone like Zach is up your backside, he's going to be up the inside and push you wide.
Yeah, the perfect line unfortunately does leave the door slightly ajar, and there are more than one or two riders in this Thundersport GB paddock that are only too happy to take that as an invitation. This is the battle then for the lead. They're coming up on some traffic now. Will Hodgson looks like he's going to launch a move up the inside. Brilliantly done. Talking of doors being left open, Zach Corduroy there just left it wide open for Will Hodgson to move up into the inside. The pair of them now really are on it. They've broken away from Matt Rangeley. They deal with the traffic very well into the Brook chicane as well. Who will get the victory here? Zach Corduroy, desperate to keep himself in the championship frame, trying to leave here as close in the championship to Will Hodgson as possible. Will Hodgson, of course, looking to try and extend that championship lead that he's built up over the weekend. As you see further back there, number 6, Casey Wyatt, 4th in race 1 at the moment, just outside the top 6. Good races so far also for the likes of Finocchiaro, Wheeler, Tenzing, Jenkins and Taylor. They are all following the leading 3 at the moment. It's still Will Hodgson, number 14, that leads, the rider from Wigan, who's been in this championship since it first came into Thundersport GB in the very first year. Of course, the inaugural Aprilia 450 champion, the late Ben Gautry, who Will was great friends with, and Will's been racing in this class ever since. Zach Corduroy, well, he's come up through the ranks. Came up as an Aprilia Super Team champion and honestly struggled in his first year on the 450, but the last few, it's been a different story. There are the 2 boys that were on the podium earlier on. The JDF rider there, number 96, Connor Wheeler, just up behind Tristan Finocchiaro. Corduroy wide into Tarzan again. Will he try and have a look up the inside? Into Brook once more as he pulls into the slipstream. Will he move over to the left-hand side? No, he won't, so he might have to go for that slightly different approach through the chicane to give himself the drive as they tip left now. Who's earliest on the power? Zach Corduroy into the slipstream now of Will Hodgson. The last lap flag is out. Matt Rangeley looks like he's set for 3rd place. Will Hodgson there. Oh, Zach Corduroy's going to be mighty close to that back marker, and he's just been held up slightly there. That didn't work out too well for him, and now he's going to have to push on this final lap if he's going to have any chance at all of catching Will Hodgson, who will, of course, not have any idea that he's just managed to build a tiny lead on the exit of Dean. Here comes Zach Corduroy now. He's just desperate to inch closer to Will Hodgson. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do this or not. Here goes Will then through Chapman Curve and now up towards Piff Paff, this left-hander. Now this is the part of the circuit where Corduroy is quick, and he'll look to try and eat into that lead of Will Hodgson's. Do you know what? He is closer than I thought. Really good here from Zach Corduroy. He's going to have a look, isn't he, into Tarzan, surely, and if not Tarzan, almost definitely he'll have a look into the Brook chicane further back there. Still a battle going on between Finocchiaro and number 96, Connor Wheeler. Corduroy there going really hot into the hairpin. Oh, he's high-tied and he's down. Corduroy so desperate to get on the power to give himself a chance at the final chicane, has thrown it all away, and he's thrown away a minimum of 20 points, which is big for the championship. Hodgson will have no idea when he crosses the line. That means that this man here, number 93, Matt Rangeley, is now up into 2nd place, but the checkered flag goes out, and he's done it for the first time in the 450s. Will Hodgson leads a weekend as a 4-time winner and now as the champion as well, and he looks round and he's not sure where his mate Zach is, but that's where he is, down in the dirt. Rangeley 2nd, Finocchiaro another podium for number 58, up in 3rd, Connor Wheeler 4th, excellent job from him. CTJ there, look, Cameron Tenzing Jenkins a great 5th place as well, and there is the happy championship leader in the middle of your picture. Championship standings then going into the next round, 44-point lead for Will Hodgson with 3 rounds to go. Can he do it? Corduroy 2nd, Cox in 3rd.
Tristan, 1 podium this morning, another one this afternoon. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely mega. I mean, after yesterday, I really didn't think we were going to get one. We sort of struggling for pace a bit yesterday, but just sort of got a good night's sleep, and back again today. Really happy. Dropped off a little bit at the beginning of the race. Had a pretty bad first lap, but just started picking away at the end. Started getting quicker and quicker. And at the end, I just sort of backed off again and thought, I've got it now.
Birthday boy, Matty Rangeley, your birthday today. How many years is that?
It's my 17th birthday today.
Oh, yeah, I can remember that just about. Well, you've had a fantastic weekend here at Rockingham, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I had a podium earlier, but obviously that was yesterday, so I'm quite happy to be up here on TV today. I didn't finish race 1, which was unfortunate as I had petrol leaking all over my bike, so I've had to pull in, but yeah, it's really nice to be up here now finally.
You've got some sponsors to thank, I know.
Yeah, like to say a big thank you to Humberside Excavations, KJD, obviously, Phil Caddy for the helmet. Obviously a big thank you to Mum and Dad, everyone at Hull Drifters Scooters, Five Ways, Andy Intergate and Ian Newton, please. That's fair, thank you.
Excellent, well done, mate. Well, what a weekend. 4 races out of 4. We're very proud of you.
I've never done 4 out of 4, and that's always been my thing. I would love to do all 4, but coming here, I really didn't think I was going to win this weekend. Rockingham's a bit of a bogey circuit for me. I've had quite a lot of bad luck here in the past, but I seem to have gelled with it this weekend for some bizarre reason. But yeah, again, I'm sorry Zach crashed in that one. He was real pushing me and giving me a good race. Yeah, so unfortunate for Zach.
Will Hodgson capitalises then. Brilliantly done from him. 4 wins out of 4 and a 44-point lead as we head into Anglesey. We'll see you there.